What is going on YouTube? It is a beautiful Monday. Happy Labor Day. Just got through barbecuing. It's the last of the nice weather, right? So I want to talk about the marriage dilemma. Wife had this situation, and a lot of couples are going to go through this. So we're going to try to come over to this hurdle, and that marriage dilemma is the girlfriend says, I will not treat a boyfriend like a husband. And the boyfriend says, well, I'm not going to marry you if you don't demonstrate the qualities in a wife. Okay, so let's talk about it, right? Let's discuss the woman's perspective first, right? So I know from a woman's perspective, the mantra is, why would they buy the cow when they can get the milk for free? So you feel that a man will basically never marry you if the wife already before the actual title. Now, I can understand that logic, but hear this out though. A man will not marry you if you do not demonstrate the qualities and attributes now, because he's not convinced. So we're trying to, again, come to an understanding, and you're going to understand the key concept of marriage, which is compromise. Meaning, if you want to become a wife, then come to the table already like, okay, I'll give you these things you're looking for. In return, will you marry me? Right? Because it is selfish to say, give me what I want, but you're not presenting nothing in return. You get what I'm saying? It also can be selfish, because if you think about it, I've never really heard a woman say, well, don't treat me like a wife until you marry me. You see what I'm saying? Because women have standards from day one, and they expect to be treated as they should, like a queen, and pretty much like a wife from day one. As far as, the romance, the etiquette, how you treat it, and all of that, right? Okay? So the second part, ladies, the second part is that you have to practice to be a wife. No actor will ever go to an audition and not practice his lines. No athlete is going to go to apply for a sports team without practice. You got to build the habits now, so when it comes time to be a wife, you already have the habits. It doesn't click overnight. It's not like, oh, I'm going to hold off on wifely duties, and then when you marry me overnight, I just know how to be a wife. No. It's not work that way. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you. Because I had the concept, just give you an example. Oh, I'm not going to barbecue till I get a house. Well, I like barbecuing in an apartment. I need to get a house. So guess what happened when I finally got that house? Man, I couldn't barbecue a lick. Why? Because I did not get the practice. Trust me when I tell you, get the practice, start becoming or exhibiting those behaviors and qualities to be a wife, so you won't have roadblocks and struggles and hurdles in your marriage because you did not get that practice first. I'm telling you. You need to get that practice. Third, and a very important concept, ladies, a man will only marry what he feels is it. Now, when I say asset, I am not just talking about physical and monetary. I mean, those are good assets to have. But I'm talking about his spiritual, psychological, and mental well-being. You have to be an asset on every platform in his mind for him to say, okay, I know I can grow and build with this woman, right? You can't be inconsiderate, selfish, uncompromising, self-centered. Oh, I got, this feeling of entitlement. Have those. Because a man will see that you're always focusing on yourself. So when I get married, it's going to be those same behaviors. That's why I'm not going to marry you. You want to be an asset. You get what I'm saying? You have to be an asset. You could be the baddest looking woman. But I'm telling you, no man will marry what he perceives as a liability. Meaning you're always asking, you always want him to do for you. You're not listening to him. You're not giving him anything in return. it's like at that point he's going to say, well, I could just be by myself then. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. Okay? Gotta be an asset. Men marry assets. Okay? Now, let's flip it. Let's talk to the men now. Now, ladies, I'm having this conversation because I will come to the conjecture that you're dealing with men, and a man will keep his word. That's why if a man tells you he will marry you, then you will listen to that word because you're dealing with a man. So men, you got to keep your promise. When that woman is showing you that she's wife material, she is there for you, she is cooking, she is cleaning, she is holding down a job, she is helping you emotionally, psychologically, mentally, spiritually, she is exhibiting all the qualities that you, well, not all, I shouldn't say all, but she's exhibiting the qualities that make the makings of a wife. Marry her. Okay? Make good on your word. Make good on your word. Alright? Because that's going to lead me to my second point with men. Look for excuses why not to marry a woman. Okay? I've heard things, and I've done this as well. That's what I'm saying from experience. Well, she's unreliable. I ain't gonna marry her. She's supposed to pick me up, and she didn't. Things like that, right? Well, here's the problem with that. You're gonna have problems before you're married, and you're gonna have problems when you're married. So you can't come into this mindset of, I won't marry her for this particular flaw. Because here's the thing. You will keep finding flaws or reasons why not to marry. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to create this culture where she feels like she got to walk on eggshells, or every little time there's a mess. Oh, I'm not marrying you because of this. No. So let's do away with the excuses. And like I said, when she shows you, and you'll know. When you see that, and she gives you that indication that she's ready, go ahead and make good on your promises. Let's do away with the excuses. Which is going to take me to my third point with men. Fellas, we have to change the paradigm, okay? Marriage is not just a sheet of paper. Whoever told you that, it's not either not happily married or they have no concept what commitment is. Marriage is so much as just a sheet of paper. Marriage is, I am one with you. You can sign off on my paperwork if I am on my deathbed. It's literally life and death in certain circumstances. Marriage is a powerful thing, and it is very beautiful when done correctly. Okay? So we got to change our paradigms, fellas. We got to change our paradigm. I know that we come in this culture that glorify all these women and with nice bodies, but that ain't a wife. A wife is not going to be your baddest. She ain't going to have the biggest butt, the biggest breasts, or the cutest face. That's not a wife. But a wife is somebody that's going to love you for who you are in your ups and downs. See, any woman can love you when it's all good and daisies, you up in your bag, you got money and all that. That's easy. But can that woman love you when you do fall off? Because it's going to happen. Life is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You got billion-dollar companies like Toys R Us that went bankrupt. So what makes you think you won't have ups and downs? It's a part of life. But the quality of a woman is a woman that will speak life back into her king and get him back to where he needs to be. And that's a wife. And that's who you marry. Don't go with all these unrealistic images of women and all that. That's not realistic. Real is a woman that's there for you. So you marry that woman. We change the paradigm, change the conversation. Be faithful to that woman. Don't cheat on that woman. Because brothers, woo-wee, y'all not going to like me for this one. But it's 100% factual. If there are no numbers in your phone, there is no argument. I'll say it again. If there are no phone numbers, text messages, DMs, Instagram, Facebook, whatever the case may be, if there are no messages, there is no argument. It's not about that woman being accusing. It's not about her invading your privacy. It's not about her being insecure. It's not about her being nitpicky. It's not about her trying to find stuff. That women intuition, man, you can't fight that. You don't think that woman knows? They know. So don't even go through that. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to battle with that, because if you're not in a ring, then it's not even a fight. You get what I'm saying? That's grown man talk. And marriage is an adult sport. It's not for boys or girls. It's not for impatient, immature, irresponsible, uncompromising people. It's not. So that's what marriage is. So fellas, when she show you that she's ready to be a wife, you marry her, man, because she's quality, man, and ain't nothing like having a woman that's gonna be there for you every day. And it's a misconception that you married to the same person year after year. That's not true. I am a totally different person than 3 years ago. My wife is a totally different person than 3 years ago. We have grown and transformed together.